Hello, viewers. I'm SB, and welcome back to Total War Warhammer. What? Nope, that's not it. Welcome back to Warhammer 40k Rogue Trader, where today we are recovering from the aftermath of the most obvious ambush since the last time we were ambushed. Very, very obviously on this exact map. Like, of course this was going to happen. Why would you do this thing? It's so. Ugh. Anyway, we're putting the pieces back together here. We are a little spent as far as medical resources go. I think we got a bunch of med kits, right? But I spent a bunch of them too. And to make sure that it does bother me that we have to manually re-equip them after combat. It should, like, if somebody had a med kit and they spent it during combat, it should refill from your inventory supply automatically, in my opinion. Do you know how to use these? Okay, good. Then you should have one. You should probably have some grenades. The monofilament grenade. I mean, you're the one who tends to be up close with people, so probably it's a good idea for you to have a variety of grenades. You also, obviously, as a person up front, let's say fire versus gas. Probably, you know what, honestly, probably she doesn't need area grenades, like area denial grenades as much, because she wants to be able to, like, get in and mix it up with people. You tend to be kind of close to folks as well. I mean, the force grenades are, yeah. I don't know. I like the damage. We'll throw one of these on you. Okay. Anyway, that aside, depletion dealt with. We took some, I think, pretty consequential injuries there. Kibella took a minor, not a big deal. Idira is in fine shape, but Samhain and Argenta and Henrix took crippled leg. Obviously, it's a little bit less consequential on Argenta, who doesn't need to move as much, but for Henrix in particular, whose thing is, I want to hit them with my sword, this seems like it could be really problematic. Pascal took a solid blow to the head instead, which I think is probably going to be less immediately problematic in combat. But yeah, so that all happened. The good news is we leveled up, so let's spend our level up here and then try to make it to the top. And this is the last level up for this archetype. When we level up next, it looks like we are starting in on whatever our second set of archetypes is, and I don't even really know. We'll find out, I guess. We'll find out. So, at this archetype rank, characters can enhance their archetype's heroic act and desperate measure. So, the target of Finest Hour gets bonus damage, which in our case would be like 15% bonus damage. And until the end of combat, they have the effect of Voice of Command. That's pretty cool. The target of Finest Hour gets cleansed of all negative effects, and until the end of the officer's next turn, the target cannot die. We have this one already. That's right, the cleanse, the combat cleanse. That's a very good one, I think. 15 temporary wounds until the end of combat. It seems kind of silly if you're, making them temporarily invulnerable as well. The 15 temporary wounds last longer. Or during the extra turn, all their non-attacking abilities cost -1 AP. Like, we definitely saw how you could really make use of this with Argenta or Kibella as people continue to accumulate useful abilities. This gets better and better, right? So I think I am going to take this. Okay, you already have the weapon skill and ballistic skill reduction. Until the operative's next turn, the target cannot move. Until the end of combat, the target's MP are reduced by 3. Dismantling attack also intimidates all enemies in a 5-cell radius around the target. That's pretty good. Or the target provokes opportunity attacks whenever it makes attacks. Ooh, I do think so. These are all pretty interesting. I do think I favor these bottom two over the top one. Let's give it some additional use. I don't want to stack all of the value of the dismantling attack onto the one target because it is going to die at some point, right? The hope is shortly. All right, so until the end of combat, all the soldiers' attacks are 20% harder to dodge, and she gains 10% armor penetration. That's what we took already. Until the end of the soldier's turn, each of their area attacks deals additional damage equal to the number of attacked targets. Rate of fire is increased by 30% with a lot of the weapons we've seen so far. This is going to be like 1 point of extra fire rate. Maybe 2, depending on how they round. Until the end of the soldier's turn, they gain 4 MP and their attacks do not spend their MP. Yeah, free movement feels more significant, I think. Okay, you get the same call that Idira did. Will you make the same choice? I kind of think so. Yeah. I don't know for sure that they're both going to, be in the party forever. And I do really like that ability in that configuration. Okay, so Daring Breach. 4 MP for each kill and may use their MP after attacking or using abilities. That's obviously very powerful. That's why we took it, I imagine. Daring Breach grants 10 movement points and the warrior does not provoke attacks this turn. Melee attacks deal bonus damage, or the warrior becomes the priority target for every enemy hit by their melee attacks, and they get a bunch of parry and deflection. I mean, this turns it into a thing that you don't necessarily want to do all of the time, because there are some times where this is going to get your warrior killed, but it is a powerful effect, certainly. Alright, the warrior archetype has been mastered. And finally, you. Upon using Death Waltz, heal immediately to full, and the cost of abilities that cost wound is reduced by half until end of combat. That's actually pretty rad. Until the end of combat, strikes made by the Blade Dancer reduce enemy weapon skill. Upon using Death Waltz after killing an enemy, the Blade Dancer gains +3 dodge until the end of combat, stacking up to 5 times. I think I like the full heal. That's an ability that could really turn a situation around. Okay, and with that, we are on to the starport. Is this the starport? I don't remember if the starport was east or west.
I'll lay claim to the stars.
Presumably they wouldn't let us go this way if this was the wrong way. Yep, dump all that stuff in there, and honestly, like, always add to the cargo zone. Cargo. We have 1, I believe, in active inventory right now. I'll take a second one just in case. And the rest of it just goes in the hold. We'll unload them to our bulk knife guy. Everybody needs space knives. Hundreds and hundreds of space knives. It's funny what a fortune you should be able to make just from running around killing people if you're as good at killing people as we are. Alright, please keep in mind, the veil is very shredded here. The warp is pretty hot, and we maybe just wanna be careful about that. Actually,
Follow my lead.
did you think you had won, enemy mine? You vanquished Twilight. You cut down Aurora, but she was only one of us. You hear me? I guess, man. From the depths of dead stone, from his prison of cold metal, he will rise. The hour is nigh. I wonder how many light minutes this planet is away from its star. You know?
The glow of emergency beacons in the darkness is more familiar to me than the light of any star.
All right.
Follow me, Domin. I will guide.
And bow before
Nope.
The masters demand your death!
That's pretty wild. That guy didn't explode so much as actually Hulk out. All right. So, what do we got here? Seems like a lot of the same kind of basic punk-ass nerds as before. Not even really any fire starters. Oh, there's a fire... Okay, there's a fire starter on the stage. All right, that's something to be a little bit aware of. Kibella is going first, but then it's a really long time before it's anybody else's turn. So, the question is, do we want Kibella to attack the Chaos Spawn at all? Because it might make more sense to run up on the stage and try to like take down the fire starter. I think we're gonna start like right up here. This unfortunately is a fight in which there is essentially no approach cover. But also there's like 15 enemies who are taking turns before almost all of us. I could have tried to go around, and I don't know. I have not been approaching fights very carefully because up till now, you know, prior to coming down to the planet, the maps were so linear that we didn't really have options. But I guess that's gotten a little bit less true, and so maybe I should be accounting for that in the way I'm walking around. I guess Heinrichs is going to start pretty far up. Argenta can afford to start pretty far back, even with her leg injury, which is just kind of how she does. Yeah, maybe like this. Oh, I think I'm one tile short of being able to stab this guy to death. Well, I could jump for him. If I jump for him, I'm going to kill him with the jump, and the jump does not yield points. So it looks like maybe I am taking on the thing. At least a little bit.
A dance of blades and shadows.
All right, so let's give him the captive audience. See if we can immobilize him. Probably not is my guess, but we're going to try.
Trust me.
It looks like the effect stuck. No, okay, it succeeded on the toughness test. Well then, do I just want to stay in here? I could Veil of Blades. Alright, I'm gonna dance.
As honor holds me. Caught by the web.
Without the thing's armor all fucked up, obviously it's pretty tough. And then the question, do we Veil of Blades this way to try to avoid all the gunfire that Kibella is going to face? Or do I jump for a cover position? She'll have a chance to parry ranged attacks, but not ranged area attacks, which I guess some of the enemies might make. I am gonna death from above into a space that has, I think, high cover from that side, and then plus 20 parry. I'm debating whether I want to do Veil of Blades facing toward the Chaos Spawn now. Your attacks do like 15 damage. I think I'm going to just rely on her natural resilience.
I serve the ruinous powers!
Aim for the heart next time.
Alright, at least we stuck the bleed. Okay, he just hard missed everything there. That's cool. Oh, there's a bunch more of them. I didn't look around the battlefield fully. I did not realize there were 2 more Chaos Spawns downstairs. Okay, well, it behooves us to get this done quickly, but that was always the case. So if I kill the Anointed Cultist, I can break their ranks to do damage to the Chaos Spawn, right? So let's see here. I have 4 AP. I want to spend 3 AP. I mean, really what I want to do is spend 4 AP on her this turn. Yeah. So maybe I'm not doing anything other than that. I have to get a little closer, which I don't love. I have to approach her 2 tiles, which means approaching her 3 tiles, because Heinrichs is in the spot I would want to go to. All right.
Shall not fear.
I am committing it. You are definitely the one this combat.
Already
Voice of
done.
command.
All too easy.
Break ranks.
The other side awaits.
And then bring it down. And now your stats are all glowy and wonderful. I'm going to captive audience into just a normal attack.
As honor or defeat.
28 rending damage. So he has 15 bleed on him now. So yeah, I just improved the amount of bleed. It does not stack up. And now I can now I have the ability to jump around a bit. I have 1 jump. I think I'm going to take it.
Death is a blessing.
Wow, she's doing a lot of damage at this point.
Bring ruin. I will not die in dishonor.
Alright, put myself in position to draw some attention here. The wisest plan? I don't know. It seems fine. So you only have 35 HP left. You can get a pretty solid shot off for that. So let's start with a great big machine spirit communion. Buffs for my friends. These are the cubes for my boys.
Running binaric override.
And then that leaves me with only 2 AP left, so if I want to overcharge this nerd, I'm on it now. I keep pressing 3 because it says 3 at the top of the ability. Okay, I set his HP to 2. And if his... When does bleed damage happen? Start of each turn. Okay. So he should be good now.
I am your doom.
That means Henrix and the next couple of people can figure out what we want to do about the oncoming chaos dudes, and this one cultist over here also needs to be dealt with.
I need a foothold.
We definitely don't want to use any warp powers. I learned a lesson from last time. I am paying attention to the veil degradation. I can throw something ugly down the stairs. Actually, I kind of can't. Yeah, I think I'm doing this.
But of course, Lord Captain.
That it doesn't look like it actually caught him. It seemed like it was going to. It was shaped like it was going to. I should definitely have done Word of the Emperor before moving, because I could have gotten everybody. Actually, it looks like I can still get everybody except I have to choose between Kibella and Pascal.
Naturally.
Well, we'll give it to everybody except
For the throne,
Pascal.
Lord.
Pascal's pretty far back. And I'll throw up my Endure, and hopefully that's good enough. There's a leader back there, down by the Chaos folk. Okay, Argenta can see the Chaos guys, or the spawn, from this location. She also has a shot on the fire cultist, which I think is a more pressing concern. So I believe what I'm going to do here is
As the Emperor commands, I act.
Deadeye him,
Doubt is for the weak.
then run and gun for another shot.
I'll do it. Eradicate it.
Okay, good. Won't have to deal with his nonsense. And then spend my last movement in my last AP entrenching. If I do that, the next time I run and gun, it doesn't mean this turn, right? It just means the next time. It doesn't say there's a duration on it. So the next time I run and gun, I'll get this 1 AP back plus another AP. Or I guess this costs 1 AP to use. Am I better off doing something? Oh, I should probably do Furious Recital. Let's just get some zeal. I want to get to my my first heroic act as quickly as possible. And then, yeah, I guess entrench. At the very least, it'll be plus 1 AP, because it's always plus 1 AP on our next run and gun. And then Idira can shoot at the little cultists or something. Just try to free Kibella up. Not that Kibella's in any danger. How close do I have to go? From here, I have a shot at one of the chaos things. I could just like shoot down at one of the chaos guys, right? Just start opening up. These guys do have to die eventually.
Cover me. Be gone.
All right, there's no way I'm getting a clean burst off without hitting Kibella in the back, right? So, do I have vision to analyze?
What, of course.
Okay, we'll start building up some stacks on those guys. I could fire expose weakness, but I don't think this guy's really going to be the target of everybody's ire just yet. Yeah, I think I'm going to hold off. And I'm not going to do anything that is a warp power. I'm going to take it real easy here.
High momentum.
So where is that? Oh, the leader's downstairs. Well, honestly, I guess I can just... I don't think I want to fire a heroic act right now. I think I just blade dance here.
Come, the other side awaits.
Clear those nerds and then just pass.
Death to the weak.
Wow, I can't believe he didn't manage to hit anybody. All right, I got some value out of my fire grenade. So we can command Argenta to just open fire down the stairs, right? Or we could command... Who's coming up soon? Pascal is coming up soon, so we could do a we could do the operative attack, the operative heroic act on one of these guys. Maybe that's a better use of it. Right now, it's just like
Suits my purposes.
voice of command. Oh, I wish I knew if she had vision from her current position. I don't know if there's a way to check. Because I don't, right? Like, I can't... Yeah. So I guess I may as well... I won't have a use for my AP. I may as well give her move, and then... do the other thing. Let her manually reposition to a place where she definitely has a clean shot. Here she can see across to this accolade as well, which... probably not worth going after. Or she could just spend the firearm mastery and just really let loose.
I will bathe this battlefield in righteous fury.
But this way she has everybody. Using the weapon attack that normally costs the least AP. And she's guaranteed a critical hit against each new target. You know what?
I am his will made manifest.
I am going to do that. We're going to go tap,
Not the Emperor's judgment.
tap.
Faith without... I refuse.
Oh, this gun has a lower rate of fire. I would have had to have switched to the other gun if I wanted to do 4 shots. Well, I still think that was okay. And then we give her... take him down. I should probably have switched guns, honestly. I could revel in slaughter and then take a normal shot, or I could take the burst fire.
As
I'm
the Emperor
gonna revel.
commands, I act.
We got to get these bonuses up, and if we're only taking 1 shot, then it probably ought to be from the other gun.
You, my Emperor.
Yeah. It's working out okay. Samhain is doing a great job of playing like 4E Warlord and just wielding her party members as a weapon. It's a thing I've always been a big fan of.
As the tactical imperative dictates.
Alright, I'm going to... right, I'm pressing the wrong buttons again. I'm going to intentionally overheat my weapon at you. So it says overheats the plasma weapon for 2 turns, but the plasma weapon doesn't seem to... Okay. Using overcharge with attack gains a 75% chance of causing plasma explosion. Each effect of this Each stack of this effect increases the damage of plasma overcharge. -1 stack is removed. Okay. So I want to let this cool off before I use the overcharge again, obviously. Also, small error there. I probably should have analyzed first. We'll throw up the analysis and then we'll let everyone in the party in on it. This guy gonna run upstairs and try to come at us from the side. He didn't see what happened to the last guy, so I guess that's reasonable. Alright, Heinrichs. I mean, I kind of want to just throw another grenade with Heinrichs. Right, he's really not able to throw this poison gas grenade very far at all, though. I guess it's just like a lot heavier than our other grenades. I could run up and go head to head, but no, I can't. With my legs all fucked up, I actually can't do that yet. Yeah, it's just a really short range throw.
I won't object to it.
Well, you guys get it. Endure. This is a warp power, so we're not doing it.
Let's see to it.
Okay, so we're just stacking Word of the Emperor bonuses forever. Why would you just run into the zone like that? To throw a grenade that doesn't even hit... What? What is going on with you? Alright, this turn we have full use of our
I'll do it.
of our blasting faculties, and we shall use them. Glory to whoever made this gun. Pretty good start, pretty good start. We are going to run and gun it, of course.
I act.
And as the Emperor commands, I fire the gun down the hill again. Wow, nice. Argenta, you're a goddamn hero. That thing is going to be, one has to assume, further up the hill by her next turn, so I should probably back up. Just a little bit now while it's convenient. I could go back this way in preparation for tackling the cultist as he comes around. And actually, like, even in preparation for tanking his attack, because he is going to do a bad job of shooting at me. Feel like I'm heavily armored enough that that's likely to be true. Yeah, I'm gonna run back to here. She's supposed to have a bad leg.
Chaos guides me.
Okay, Adira doesn't need to get too fancy. Turns out you don't have to get very close to have a shot on the chaos spawn down the hill, because it's just like real big.
What is this foreboding?
Oops. No, that's my bad. You're right. I'm sorry. Also, I forgot to...
On it.
I keep forgetting to do that beforehand when it would be useful. Uh-oh, this one's on some dark prayer shit. Now, Kibella definitely doesn't want to run all the way forward. I can't run to a position where I can shoot this guy. Well, you know what? Maybe I can. Maybe that's what she should do. She's pretty fast. Like, she can get back to the action pretty easily.
The shadows will see it done.
Yeah, let's give this a... Just let this guy know that we know that he is here. Don't see a good reason to run forward. And I guess by backing up Argenta, I have removed my ability to have Argenta to dump and bring it down on Argenta. I could just shoot the thing myself. I do get 8 shots. Maybe try to stand here, just to put myself in a position where I'm not firing into the backs of my teammates quite so much.
Forge ahead.
And then like throw a bring it down on
Suits my
Pascal,
purposes.
who can fire the gun in a normal, non-explodery fashion.
My competencies are not that universal.
Wait, really? I guess you're just a little further down the slope, huh? Okay, well that makes this a less... Oh, nope, it's because I hit 1 because I saw the number 1 at the top of the ability. Well, that's embarrassing. Yeah, the fact that you can make an attack and like the attack is lost in so many lines of garbage, and this thing doesn't automatically scroll to the bottom. You gotta simplify your combat log, please.
Request approved.
I guess I should have analyzed him before doing that, in case, I actually hit. Oh, it's 3 AP for her burst fire because the gun is so big. Well, that's less exciting. I thought I was going to get to order that and then still get to do the burst. All right, even more exploits for you.
This is favorable.
And then let's just take the single shot, right? Am I still... my plasma gun's still looking a little hot. Maybe I should chill out on that. We have normal grenades. We have a lot of normal grenades. How far can I throw one is the question. Not very far. I'd have to run way out of cover. Well... I really was expecting this thing to be further up the hill by now, if I'm honest with you.
My vow is to serve.
Alright, let's blow up the exploit charges.
Request approved.
And then... I don't know, Machine Spear Banishment on... My gun probably won't explode in my hand if I fire it, but I don't need to take the chance. And we're just not in enough danger.
Throne take you.
You caught a Void Bite. So you're bleeding for 4. Doesn't look like anything else really happened. Well, I don't think we want to get fancy. I definitely think we want to be careful not to do a Psychic Force attack. You are my sworn enemy.
For the throne's
I am enduring, and I shall strike you with a sword as hard as a man reasonably can.
I serve the ruinous powers.
I wonder how many more of them are going to turn into Chaos Spawn by the end of the battle.
Rejoice in battle!
Alright, I think Kibella's got that side. I'm going to handle this. Do I want to just have a pretty simple turn here? Because I could use a moment to reload my bolter. So I'm going to do a real simple turn. Maybe this is the moment to reload. And then just tap him once with the las gun.
Doubt is for the this is why I was chosen.
Because, you know, this is why she was chosen. I think you'd have a hard time arguing. Surprised you can kill your Chaos Spawn friend shooting like that. Alright, Deer's gonna step forward and just open up. Boy, it's really hard to fire in a way that gives me an actual hit percentage on both of these guys. Now, finishing off the Chaos Spawn, obviously, is the more important part of it.
Was that you?
I don't think this is likely to matter. Okay, Cubella. This guy's behind cover enough that it's become hard to hit him, I guess. How many jump charges do I have? 2?
I bring mercy in retribution. As honor ordains. Killing.
There we go.
No pleasure.
Let's get a running start, do a couple of backflips, and handle the problem that way. I wasn't 100% sure if I was going to be in range. But also, you know, it was unlikely that the other resources were really going to matter. And you know what? Argenta.
I am fear incarnate.
Surely this will be your finest hour. By which I mean, go over there and shoot all of those people.
I'll do it.
Pretty solid.
Can escape the Emperor's judgment.
Okay, that battle went down a lot easier than the last one, that's for damn sure. And we have places to be, so let us not tarry. This is just the beginning, enemy mine. Alright. I'm getting that sense. It does seem to me like you probably have more in store. I suppose I should be looking around for like lootables.
A new challenge for me.
It's just I'm trying to stick to the feeling of the moment, which is we gotta go, go, go. This is tricky though. Okay, starport's this way. Everything over here is closed off. The aurora of the morning and the aurora of the evening. Did I not mark these as always add to cargo? And you know what? These also can be set that way. Wait, what is this? Mesh vest. Yeah. All of it to cargo. Let's see how bad the situation is at the starport proper. The extra two chaos spawns having to make it up that staircase was really awkward for them.
If we manage to find an intact shuttle in this burning hellscape, it will be a miracle sent by the God Emperor.
Also, I just remembered we did spend some grenades. Okay. Yeah, it does seem unlikely. I'm hoping that my crew is competent enough to have, well, it's not a great start.
Victory awaits.
Hoping my crew is competent enough to have kept everybody away from our shuttles.
Submit, and you'll die quickly.
I hoped I could get to the loot before they saw us. So, trying to assess the entire battlefield here. A lot of bruisers and rebels and whatnot. A lot of kind of just man with gun archetypes. There is a cultist who is probably a little bit more of a concern. Here I can make it to the half cover. Argenta doesn't need to be close, but she does need to have a pretty open shot. So I might even just put her like back here, kind of in the open, in a position where she can like move left or right to get the cone that she needs. Pascal annoyingly far back, really just the wrong amount far back, honestly. I'm inclined to give him the spot that Sound was crouched in. She doesn't need to get quite as close to do her work. Heinrichs can plan to come around behind these guys. And Kibella may as well just stand in the open, to be perfectly honest with you. Kibella's going third. Sorry, third of us. But the Chaos Cultist, a sharpshooter, and a gunner will all have gone by then. I don't think she's in all that much danger. I am going to pretty much leave her in the open. Let's see what they do about it. Okay, Cultist is becoming a Screamer. Okay. Not even as good of a Screamer as the one we killed before. In a sense, what I was doing was just preparing us. Yeah, the urge to take like just a pair of these shots, hit this and then run and gun and then this again. It's pretty strong. Actually, these guys are even better. If I run to here,
Guided by faith.
then run and gun.
Faith without deeds is worthless.
I can move to cover here. And then hose down these weaker guys who are more likely to actually die from the hits. Yeah. Ooh, narrowly.
I'll do it.
A furious recital for everyone. Argenta, as usual, starting the fight by just screaming and shooting everywhere. Now, I think Adira has an interesting opportunity here. God, you really cannot throw these very far. This really shades off the angle that Kibella probably wants to attack through, though. Where does the Screamer act? Oh my god, there's so much shit. Okay, very last. So that does kind of make me not want to advance very much. Maybe I should just take it easy. Just like pop this guy. We can afford to throw up a couple of forewarnings, get some people good and tough before Veil Degradation goes completely to hell. And these buffs last until end of combat, so
Will do. Anything else?
Ah. Let's start assembling.
my
Oh, I don't have
destiny.
line of sight. Really? Are you sure? I know there's boxes between me and that thing, but it's very big. All right,
I'm
let's.
not so sure.
I don't have vision to anybody. Okay, that's fine, I guess.
Here we go.
Pain cleanses the body.
I kind of can't believe he got that. Okay, here's the part where the blood starts flying. So,
I am your blade and shield.
I think this is... like single shot this guy. Well, let's captive audience and then do
As
blade
honor.
dance.
Come, the other side awaits.
Then I'm gonna single shot this guy,
Trust me. Let your soul be purged.
and then I could dance a bit. We could jump around. I have 2 charges of jump, so I could leap to. I could leap to this guy, finish him off. Leap to this guy, finish him off. We're at 148 momentum now, and when I kill people... Okay. So we're looking, it'll probably be in the neighborhood of like 7 points each. It actually depends on a bunch of different factors. So it is likely to be insufficient to push us over the top. To allow her to do the thing on her turn. Which is what I would want. But I think I am going to go for it because I think we do want to just
As honor ordained.
reduce the number of things everybody else has to worry about. And she can end up behind cover. And Heinrich's turn is very different than what I thought it was going to be. Heinrichs is going to have a hard time contributing with his leg all fucked up and not having any abilities to give him bonus movement. Try to shoot that guy in the back for 1 point. I mean, we do still have Ignite.
I
Yeah.
won't object to it.
I'm going to run out here, toss the Ignite, and then buff up.
Not sanctioned to do this.
Can't see Kibella.
Naturally.
Just go ahead and use the warp while the warp is available to us, right?
I won't object to it.
Out of my way. Let's get to it.
It's gonna take a lot of these guys some time to get into a position where they're any real danger to us. Or rather, you know, a lot of these guys will never be any real danger to us, is another
Hold on.
perfectly reasonable way of looking at it. Okay, Pascal. I would love for Pascal to get into kind of a melee combat range. If I run up here and I throw a plasma overcharge in this direction, it's going to fuck these guys up pretty good. $30 to 36. Some of them are damaged already. I'm going to go analyze this guy. Just put a little bit of extra math on the back of the big one. And then... yeah, let's do it.
Running by narrative, I'll enshrine the memory of this righteous moment.
Pretty solid is the thing about that. That feels pretty alright. And then I'll really dig in here, make this my new home. It's the perfect spot. Nobody's ever had a better spot than this. Alright, someone doesn't really want to advance, but if I can... yeah, I have to get a little closer because I wanna hit her with some abilities. So if we run up kind of out of cover, there's a lot fewer people to shoot at us now. A lot of the close enemies have been murked. If we run up to here, then I can hit her with everything I've got, I believe. Ooh, bring it down is just out of range? Why is this shorter than... that is a little problematic. Stupid abilities having limited range. The thing is, I would really love to give her the ability to do something so that she could run forward and cast her heroic act. Right? If I could get move on her, that would be ideal. But it looks like I might be, unfortunately, just out of range. And it's weird because I'm out of range here, and then I move here, which should be closer. And I'm still out of range?
Not my specialty.
Huh. It's a little curious. Ah, but voice of command abilities can be applied to the voice of command from any distance. Okay. So yeah, then that's what we're doing. We're going, you serve me.
Nothing I can't do.
You know that the time has come for you to gain characteristics. I have made you the voice of my command. You are ordered to charge those nerds and give them what for. Ooh, she doesn't have quite as much movement as I would like. I think it'll work. I think it'll be okay.
This goes against the tenets.
She's not allowed to... okay. I thought... the target can only use movement abilities, heroic acts, or desperate measures. Well, okay.
Nothing I can't do.
Let me give you a more proper turn here.
I cannot serve you in this way.
Okay. But if I kill this guy, which I probably can with a blade dance, then death from above over to here. I think it should work.
Trust me.
Nope, he's taking way less damage than I anticipated. Oh, that sucks, because I'm not going to be able to... 1, 2... no, I should be able to... okay, I'm gonna Death Waltz him. And I should be able to bounce to that guy. Oh. My turn got interrupted by the arrival of that man and his cool dog. Yeah, because I absolutely have jump range on all these nerds, and I just lost it. That sucks. That would have been a really good, like,
The side awaits.
look at how much damage I would have kept doing. Because fuck all of these guys is why.
As honor ordains.
A tribute to the undying
Emperor!
I guess, okay, no, I get to... I thought she was going to do it automatically. The Blade Dancer repeats this combination, but I am manually repeating the combination. Okay.
I shall not fail. Killing brings me
Okay,
no
so we do get to
pleasure.
finish you off, and then I can jump
As the
you.
tenets decamp, the other side awaits.
Okay. And then I am going to Veil of Blades in this direction. There we go. Okay, the Blade Master gets to repeat. That wording is really clear in the tabletop RPG, and I bet it's the same wording. And it's slightly less clear here because, you know, it would be possible for the system to do things automatically. That's on me, though.
No heretic escapes punishment.
It is funny how they think this weaker version of the Screamer is a creature that's so dangerous that they need to send in reinforcements to help us deal with it, when we dealt with a much more impressive one by ourselves during a much more difficult combat.
We are outmatched.
Let's get to it.
Okay, that dog just parried a combat hammer swing. I'd love to know how that worked.
No foe too great. Here we go.
I can't believe that guy thought that was a good idea. I also kind of can't believe they're making contact. Okay, please be careful of me. I am over here. All right, well, it's Argenta's turn, and the environment is considerably less target-rich. I can see to that guy. What I would love to do is shoot their sharpshooter down. But yeah, there's no angle for me on that. Well, I can certainly just, like...
God Emperor, move through me. Be the fire in my heart.
I can declare that the God Emperor is moving through me, and then shoot a bunch of men, very dead.
In thy light I stand, and thy light I crave.
Boom.
Vindicated.
Okay, there we go. I found a spot.
Enemies of the Emperor will be undone. Doubt is for the weak. This is unacceptable. I'll do it.
Really? Aww. Come on, you can do this. That's a shame. I do still have run and gun available, so I am going to do that, and then I am going to fire a burst. And I'm going to be very cautious here. Let me angle this burst so that I don't ventilate Pascal, but also so that I don't hit the dog, because we don't know each other that well. I would hate to have to apologize to that man for shooting his dog a little bit. It's the kind of thing that could ruin a burgeoning friendship. Okay, I don't think I have it. I don't think I have the shot, so I'm going to
Faith without each strike is a
finish
prayer.
things that way. I was really hoping I could kill both of them. But the important thing is sharpshooter down from a distance at which I had no right killing that sharpshooter.
Will do.
You know, honestly, Adira is doing just fine as just sort of like a rifle troop. Who's left? Oh, there's a guy right there. Well, if nobody minds, I'm just gonna Rain
The shadows
blood,
will see it
captive
down.
audience, and pop his head clean off. Or not. Well, that's embarrassing. Leaving him at 2 health. He's got 15 bleed on him. Heinrichs, just take it easy.
Death is a blessing.
There we go. He dies at the beginning of his turn. He explodes at the beginning of his turn. Right as we are teleported over here for the cinematic, making us look considerably crazier than we actually are. Soloborn's chest plate is punctured in multiple places and his face stained with blood, but his gaze remains clear and firm. Still alive, rogue trader. Good. You spot just as many wounds on Glyto. There are burns and cuts all over the coat, and one of the visors is broken. And yet there is nothing in the Cybermastiff's straight posture that would indicate pain, if pain is even something this dog can feel. Hey, those wounds look bad. Let me offer you first aid. I would have accepted your offer, but we still have Medicaid kits. Not many, but it should last us until we get to the shuttles, which is all we need. Yeah, I agree with that. What's going on around here? These seem a little rough. Panic and heresy. The people are ready to crush each other to reach the shuttles, which makes them easy targets for the enemy. And where'd the governor go? I do not know. He waited for you under Arbity's escort to burn the heretic's body and conclude the ceremony. But when the sun went out and enemies came at us from every crack in the rockcrete, he panicked and ran. Not the smartest choice. He would have been safer with us. Okay, so we have seen the star go out already. It wasn't clear to me. I thought the ambush and the star being destroyed were being depicted as happening simultaneously, which would mean like it would be a couple of minutes, partway through the fighting, suddenly we would become aware that the star had blinked out, which would have been horrifying. That's certainly the kind of thing that would break your opponent in the heat of a battle. But I guess it's happened already. Well, it appears your investigation has hit a dead end. Well, not yet, it hasn't. A crooked smile crosses his face. We did find something on the port terminal. Shortly after the tithe was hauled away, a suspicious ship took off from the planet, and I already know how to track it down. I see you are not trying to flee and have chosen to fight instead. I commend your resolve. I'm going to say this with a little bit more sarcasm than he's going to hear in it. Actually, our plan is to retreat. The rebels are one thing, but there is nothing we can do against the warp forcing its way in, and that's a fact. Solomon spits out a mouthful of blood. This battle was forced on us. We had to keep the heretics away from the terminal until the machine spirits finished transferring the data to our shuttle. Speaking of shuttles, the ship we hired has turned tail and left orbit, so I must turn to you with a request. Take my squad aboard and we will disembark on the first world or station with access to a void ship. We cannot die here while whoever stole the tithe is enjoying their freedom. Yeah, man, I will consider it an honor to assist you. We're all working on good terms here. We need time to dress our wounds and regroup. We will cover your retreat and make sure there is no attack from the rear. Get to the shuttle first. We'll be right behind you. Okay, easy enough. That said, it's entirely possible that when we try to get to the shuttle, there will be more fighting or there will be a cutscene or something. So, I think I am going to break our escape right here. Thank you all so much for watching. It is possible that I should have set the difficulty higher. Can I still edit that? Is that something that can still change? Options, difficulty. Yeah, I am allowed to turn it up. I'm gonna consider that. I might do a little bit of research. It does actually show. So let me pull the credit scroll back down here for a second. It does show the difference. Like we're playing on daring right now. If I turn up to hard, we get 10% enemy dodge, a hit bonus from full cover when aiming at an enemy for all characters in the party. It's weird that number goes up. So it's going to make the game easier, isn't it? Party momentum gain modifier minus 15%. So yeah, less momentum, of course. Enemies have 10% more everything. Because right now it is feeling like battles that are supposed to be, I think, huge and climactic are still coming down a little on the easy side. I will say our party members feel incredibly powerful. Yeah, I don't know. I'll consider it. Anyway, like I said, that's going to be it for us for today. Thank you all so much for watching. When you come back next time, we're getting off of this rock. Hopefully. Unless something goes even more horribly wrong than I was expecting. Come back next time, I suppose, to see if that happens. And we'll see you then.